Hey, today I'm coming at you talking to you about splitting a huge piece of wood, a big round, with just a splitting maul. This is a splitting maul right here. So if this is all you have, you don't got anything else like a power splitter that's a hydraulic run, gasoline run power splitter. If this is all you have is a splitting maul, it can be hard, especially when the pieces that you're trying to split are big, like that one right there. It's huge, it's like 3 feet across. Anyway, I've been out here in my backwoods splitting some wood here. I took a big oak tree down, and the stump of the oak tree is right over here, so let me show you. There's a stump of the oak tree, that's where it was. Some branches have fallen. Anyway, it was a big oak tree, it was starting to die on the top, but I didn't want to lose it, so I decided to take it down. And so I took it down, dropped it in the woods, right that way, boom, sliced it all up, bucked it all, that's what they call it, and sliced it all up, and I'm splitting it right now, and there's my piles right there. I can't get it out of my backwoods with my four-wheel and a trailer in these big round forms because it's too heavy. I can't get him up into the trailer. So I've got to split it all up into wood so I can put it in a trailer, haul it out with my four-wheeler, and get it up to burn for next winter time in my wood stove. I love burning. I've been here for about 12 years in New Hampshire, been burning wood that whole time in my wood stove all winter long. It's fantastic. So I'm going to show you how to cut this big round right there, 3 feet across, with just a splitting maul. So here we go. So the way I do this is a way that I call peeling the onion. And it's a way that I've developed through years of splitting wood by hand. And I use this splitting maul here. There are other ways to do it, perhaps even more easier ways than this. Like for example, if you have another splitting maul or a wedge or an axe, what you could do is you could put that right on the edge of the wood, hammer it down with a big heavy hammer or another splitting maul about a bunch of times, and eventually that will crack the whole log. But what if you only have one splitting maul like this, and this is all you've got to do this job? So I call it splitting the onion because you can't just go boom right in the middle and over boom. You can do this all day long and you're not going to split this big thing. It's just too massive. This thing has got a little bit of moisture in it too, which tends to make it a little bit harder to split too. This is oak. Oak usually splits well, better than maple, but still it's hard to get through this big huge round. And you can't do it just by hammering in the middle. You do it all day long, make yourself all tired, and you get nowhere. So you have to do it a little bit at a time, and that's why I call it splitting the onion, because peeling the onion, because onions, they have layers. You know, like Shrek. Shrek has layers because he's like an onion. Well, these guys kind of have layers too, because the tree has grown in successive amounts over the years, and you can see all the lines here. If you take a look at all these lines, well, you can actually cut along those lines, if you will, in a way that allows you to cut the wood over a process of time. And it doesn't take that long. This is big. This will take me a little while, but it doesn't take a tremendous amount of time to cut a big round this way. So the way I do it is that I want to cut not this way like you think you want to, perpendicular to the bark, to the edge. You want to start cutting parallel to the edge, just like this. Now I look for like little fault lines here, little cracks that maybe give me a little advantage. About like 3 or 4, like 4 inches in from the edge, from the bark of the wood. That's where I'm going to start with my parallel cuts. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel these outside layers away, and that's going to allow me to get to the inside of the wood. So let me start this out here, and I'm going to give it some wax here to see if I can get it to loosen up on the outside. This is the first one. There, that's the first layer. First layer of the onion. So now it's a big piece. So what you can do is you can split that down into something smaller. And what you do is you get very tired doing this because, yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's good work. You keep peeling the onion all the way around. Like that. Again, is this the easiest way to do it? No. a power splitter would be so much easier. I don't have one. And I especially can't bring one down here in the woods. So this is what I got. And you know what? It gets me in really good shape. So, hey, I'm going to continue to split and I'll come back in a minute. It's hard. This wood is huge. Split. All right, so I have gotten the first onion layer peeled away from this big round. This is why I call it peeling the onion, because onions have many layers. And with a log this size, you gotta take the first layer off and then you gotta take the second layer off. You still can't split it down the middle, it's too big. It's about 2 feet right now, and I gotta get down to at least 1.5 feet, maybe less to actually be able to split this down the middle. So, time to peel the second layer. The same way I peeled the first, about 4 inches in, parallel to the edge, not perpendicular, parallel to the edge. Let's peel some more onion. Peel off. Well, that was too close to the edge. This one's sticky. I'll move along a little bit. There. Hit again. Peeling the onion. Keep going around. Yeah. As my 5th grade teacher said a long time ago, there are no shortcuts to any place worth going. And this applies, or that statement applies to this job here. Yeah, it's good to have this chopped up, but it's not easy. But we got this. No problem. Just keep peeling the onion. This. And around and around we go. Almost time to split it down the middle. All right, I think now we've reached that magical time. Yes, it's here, where we can split this round down the middle. Small enough. It's about 1.5 feet, maybe a foot, 1.5 feet. I think we can do it, so let's try. Woo! Yeah. Finishing this one up now. This was a tough one, but it was big. If you stick to it, you can get it. Almost done. I got a lot more to do too. All right, there you have it. I can clean up the rest of these later on, split them into smaller stuff that's easier to handle. But that's how you do it. Peeling the onion, you got this. Get your splitting maul out. Get out there, split those big pieces. You won't regret it, and it's gonna make you a better person. Take care.